Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be launching into the next map. What's the deal with Speedy? He's like, AV probably didn't want to wear the required headset. Honestly, Casey, based on all reports, it's just the same old song and dance where Franchise is the guy on that team. He is, without a doubt, the blood and heart of that team, and Speedy had to be the IGL back on Ghost, and now he's butting heads with, or I would assume butting heads with Fran, not being able to be that same IGL position. So I'm assuming that's why he was let go and have Kenny be brought in, because Kenny's just a great secondary leader for that team. But we're going to get live and straight into the action. We're going to start, of course, on board with NRG, because they are the team that I am getting to follow today on the Champions Trail, as I have dubbed it. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be their first real test. I think they're not going to drop around. I assume still that they are going to win 7-0. But I'm going to say that a couple of these rounds are going to be really close. They're going to have a couple of early good fights go back and forth. So I can't wait to see these guys come out swinging against NRG. I don't believe they're going to take this lightly at all. We're going to have a restart. Everybody's killing each other in the spawn. We're going to have a restart here. Going to have to bring it back. Let's see what Summon says. Waiting on official word of why the restart's coming. Looks like just a little bit of a restart. They switched to different spawns, I believe. Put this back behind me. So here we go. Asylum, NRG, RIP. There's a look at the overhead map with the first two hills being inside the gallery and administration rooms, with the B hill being down on those train tracks. During the second half, you actually see them flip, where the home hills are down by the train tracks in those little cubbies, and the E hill goes up between where the first half home hills are. Let's start on board with Mental, see if he does pretty much the same route he took the first time around, and he does so far. He's gonna fight there. Big flash out. Solar's coming in, gets the first kill there on Rayman. Explosives, he's gonna follow that right back up. Mental taking a shot there into that smoke, not getting a hit. Craziel is all by his lonesome. He can't go anywhere. Back up, Mental rotating over, he's going to get this little execution off, and there will be a domination, possible trip cap, but it looks like they're going to use some of these respawns here. They're going to at least invest in one respawn. They'll still go back up to 5. 42nd, round number 1. They pick up right where they left off, and my goodness, this looks absolutely devastating if you're on the opponent's team right now. Smoke grenades being placed. They're gonna go ahead and build up the homes. I like that. They're gonna go with that kind of the meta. You're gonna see that a lot today, and you see here RIP is going to go with building up or not building up, but giving one of their front spawns.
Let's get in there, no mercy.
Those utility grenades. We go round number 2. I'm going to stay with Praise. Praise likes to play that middle section. There it is. Great shots down there, giving Solis a chance to flip over that cover into that mid-cut area. Now Praise is going to flip himself. He's going to go in for the action. He's going to get that shot over there on Unreal Might after Unreal Might kills off Solar. You see Mental also down. Here comes Praise. Great rotation up here to help Summons. He's going to play the distance game. Distance and damage with the down and the kill. Praise playing perfectly there on that top ledge, rotating over and giving some great help to Summons. Praise now in the hill of RIP. He's going to be smoked and stunned a little bit, but he's going to get that shot in the knife and the down, ladies and gentlemen. 2 and a biscuit. Here comes Summons. The cavalry has arrived. Another stun out on the Praise. Praise. Big up A right there. Gets the kill. Cancels now. Doesn't realize it, but Praise basically walks right up to him. Just a sauntering. The Pgl in control of RIP, but NRG with a 2-to-1 hill advantage, and here comes the possible domination. Summons throwing on that get hype emote on that beautiful Kate skin, and there we have it. 1 minute, 10 seconds. NRG again dominant. They give up the Pgl early on 2 big kills, getting ice broken on them this time by RIP. And you see the rotations are pristine right now. Praise came out of that pavilion area right up to where Summons was to give him a little help on top. And then he rotates down, gets the break on the home hill of RIP, and then they basically apply pressure the rest of that time. You see the marks are going down for NRG, building up their home. They've done that both first and second game here, and you see RIP going from giving a utility player some smokes to dropping a boom shot right in the middle of the map. So we're going to have a bit of a power weapon play here in the middle. Big team fight early on, and we got to stay on board of my main man Praised. He is the help there in the middle, so if you're going to have a chance to get to that boom shot quickly, you're going to have to go through him. And look at that. 5 Lancer shots in, 6 Lancer shots in. Here comes Explosive first to hop over. Praise is going to hold down that front cover. He's going to make sure nobody can get to him. Explosive is going to break ice there, and he's going to get the boom shots. And now Praise will move in and get the kill there on Pure J. Praise not taking any time. He's going to rotate straight up now on to this. No, he won't. He won't go up top. He's going to come back down. He's going to get the help there for Explosive, and they are going to go into that Pgl. 3v1 status here. Crazy knows he's pinched and he's in trouble. He tried to bounce around, trying to make something happen. Summons on the other side of the map is going to start happening that home hill. But you see, they finally get in there to try to get the break. Raymond's not going to get it in time, though. Raymond uses that revive, that respawn, gets in, bounces around, but doesn't actually get into the hill after his teammate gets killed out. So 45 seconds later, hectic early round fight over that boom. But again, Praised is playing a perfect swing position defense. He has gone from the pavilion to the entrance, back to the train tracks to help whomever, wherever, whenever. And it is just played perfectly for them. NRG not using any kind of weapon placement other than to make that Markza as quickly respawned and on the map as quick as possible. They get it in the hands of Mental. They give him a new one every 60 seconds. And then you see on the other side, RIP has gone from giving grenades to a teammate to placing a boom in the middle to now giving grenades on their home hill player position. We're going to stay with Praise. He's playing the best position right now. There it is. 5 or 6 shots in. He misses a few there toward the end. Pure J regulates in 2v1 though. Explosive is chasing. That flash might have stunned his own teammate, but Praise will get the hop over. He'll get the boom. He'll see Regulate behind him. He's not going to take the shot with that rocket. He's going to go for the rotation here. He's going to finish off his own teammate. He's going to get a team kill there, but he's also going to get that enemy taken care of, which will defend his home hill for now. Crazel having to turn around, having to fight. Explosive. Mental also there for the cleanup. Here comes the domination off of respawn. Unreal Might tries his hand. He'll go down. Here comes Raymond in and swats after a trade. He gets Explosive, but he's traded out by Mental. Here comes another big up base. Happens to get the kill on Praise. Cancer's getting the 2-piece on Mental. That's unbelievable. So Cancer gets that 2-piece. He saves this round. So here it is, the fight, the second rotation by NRG. They've been winning this off of a single rotation, an opening fight followed by a triple cap or a full wipe. And now they're going to have to fight off respawn. You see how the COG team has taken 2 hills. They've now taken that indicator light in their hands. 70 seconds until around when Praise pushes across, gets in a 1v, gets the first one. Anderson has to push up on him because he's getting crossed in the back now. Praise will get the win on him. Now Raymond has to fight for the survival of his team, but will be taken out by another beautiful shot by Praise. Bounces back and forth, waits for him to bounce around, misses the knife, gets meleeed in the back by Explosive. But the triple cap domination, second wave rotation coming through. Summons again with that get hype emote in the home hill. And there you go, 1 minute and 42 seconds. Still not as long as their longest round of the first matchup, but you saw some fight out of RIP. You saw some early round wins in those matchups. The 1v1s, the 2v1s actually came out in their favor. Cancers killing Praised and Mental back-to-back. That's no easy feat for any living, breathing human being. And now NRG will finally move away from that Marksa. They'll give flashbangs to whoever's going to their home. Possibly a second flash for Summons to get in his back pocket to take up to that entrance fight. RIP has to figure something out. They kind of tried to dictate the pacing of this map by placing the boom in Pavilion early. They also gave utility grenades to one of their front spawn players, and then they gave an extra set of nades there. And now they've just given more utility. They've gone with the pistols to Raymond. They're going to give him the Bolt Hawk. That's one of the most overpowered weapons in our game right now, so it's got to be used to perfection. I'm going to stick, though, with Praised. He's been playing a perfect mid-lane position. He's going to go ahead and go for the rotation up to the top of entrance, though. He's going to make sure nobody's pushing straight across for Summons. He sees Regulate, take that first cover. Here comes the flash. Regulate misses shots, not Praised. He's going to go for the hop over. He's going to be Mento and taken out quickly by Unreal Might. Unreal Might has to hurry up, though, because Mental gets one of his teammates. Mental now trying to get the fight. Mental flies past him for the kill on Regulate. Regulate had the boom and is immediately mopped up. Solars, Mental, doing all they need to do to get the kills, get the boom and the hill, and you will see A and B in the favor of NRG here quickly. Let's go over to that A hill, though. Come off the fight. You see Mental using that boom shot to push pressure on that C hill. Raymond fighting for his life over there on the home hill of NRG. And a 1v with Explosive, and we'll get a beautiful back A and a second shot there to get the kill, but he misrolls right into the clutches of the Summons, and he will go down. Two more members of RIP will push Summons, get the kill, and push into this hill. RIP might be setting up for a double home setup. You see them, they get the break, but they're going to have to fight this off because NRG's not going to let them have this free and clear. They're going to keep using these resources. They've got plenty of them, and you see Praised and Mental, the gruesome twosome, cleaning them out of their home like they were the Orkin men. There goes the B hill, getting contested, but Summons and Mental, headshot after headshot after headshot, and the elimination domination, 1 minute and 31 seconds into round number 5, 5-0 lead for NRG. And my goodness, look at the difference in respawns, 4-4-5-4-5 to 3-2-4-3. This is a dominating performance here in the third round matchup by NRG. What will they place? I think they're going to go ahead, upgrade the other side of their home hill, possibly go to another secondary, another power weapon up there, and probably a retro, something along those lines if you're continuing to build the tree. They will place shocks, ladies and gentlemen. Nice little defensive shock grenade if they want to place that on the home hill, make sure nobody comes in there free and clear. They're going to have some damage, maybe be stunned. And you see RIP will go up to that entrance spot. The entrance spot is actually a very important spot because second half, the E-hill is right there. They will match, though, go mirror image home for home. They will place shocks of their own there.
I'm ready for him.
I want to switch over here real quick. I want to go to Unreal Might. Unreal Might playing the tip of the spear for his team. He's going to possibly go for this flash, stun, and hop over. He's going to get a lot of damage on him, though. He's going to make it over the cover. He's going to go for the quick pick on the boom. Solar's not able to push in on him. Praise, though, gets that cover, but is made to pay the price. Unreal Might doing all he can to get a kill early on. They will have a two-hill advantage. The neutral in their home. Shots on Explosive, forcing him out. Mental with that Marksa is probably putting in some good damage. He's having to be flushed out, though, toward his own home. Nice little movement by him to get out and free and clear of all that damage. He's going to be watching for those players down at the tracks. You see Praise is moving up down there. Let's go live with Praise. Praise, great Lancer fire out of him on Crazel. He's going to make Crazel have to run all the way back down the track. The train will save this for now, though, but he doesn't save Unreal Might. Unreal Might will be caught on that cover position and taken down. Contact. That was a great shot over the cover by Praise. Praise, double side hop, met into the master of Praise. Crazy now, having to bounce around, trying to get the kill on Summons. Summons gets a big first shot and a big brick. Second shot takes him down now. Solar clean him up. Unreal Might moving into that position now. Good filter by him. This will be the chance for them to get a 2 home hill advantage because the Swarm will officially still be winning if they can get a break. But in just a few seconds, I want to say about 10, you're going to see it come up. Cog will win in 50 to 60 seconds, in about 10 more seconds of this round. But they're not going to sit on their laurels. They're not going to be resting. There's only going to be 3 members of RIP up. Here comes the possible domination. They will not use their respawns here in that last round of the first half. They should have invested everything, but a minute and 37 seconds later, a 6-0 lead for NRG. And look at the perfect respawn count for 4 out of 5 members of NRG. They're not having to invest the resources in the manpower because they're just not getting the kills.
I'm ready for
Second half now, everybody back to 5 respawns, and we have a hill flip. You see the E hill going up to that entrance side with the home hills down there on either side of the track. You're going to have a 2 and 3 split, a 2-1-2 split, excuse me, for RIP with the first member into that middle. It is Unreal Might. Unreal Might will get the first kill. If he can get Praise, he can get control over that boom. He gets the down on Praise. Big down on Praise. Praise will go down, and Unreal Might will get that boom shot just as I called it. So it's up to Mental, Solars, and Summons to make something happen. Mental playing a 1v spot up here on that E hill. He's going to have to hold off. Here comes a second member of his team, though. NRG will rotate, I believe. Yes, it is Solars up there. And again, let's take a look at the overhead map. You see RIP is having to slow things down because they don't have numbers anywhere. So they're going to have somebody get picked off down in that middle spot, and that is Explosive flying through the pavilion area, getting a 2-piece, and then getting the shots in the back of that third member. That is Raymin that will go down. Now, Explosive moving back to the pavilion. He's going to get set up here. You see 3 to 4 members of NRG getting ready to push the home hill of RIP. 73 seconds until this point. This is insurmountable, but that's a big double kill by Explosive. One of them being his teammate. That could be a blunder. He gets the second with the bounce. Unreal Might finishes him off, though. Unreal Might is the bruiser they need in these fights. He's getting kills on these big name players like Explosive, like Praise, like Solars, like Summons. And now you see Summons getting a kill there. Playing the smart damage game. Praise, Summons getting regulated. So now Unreal Might is left with 2v1 against 2 of the best to ever have done it. You see that. Oh, that's Cavalry! That's Cavalry! Here you see him coming to the fight. Now Unreal Might will push up, but he will be played by Summons like a fiddle. And Summons with another shot goes down. The revive comes out. The trade by Praise. See the domination coming through. They're not able to get this domination, but they've applied so much pressure that it will only be a matter of seconds before, yes, indeed, 7-0. It's 1 minute, 55-second round 7. For NRG, they win their 3rd round matchup once again in unbelievably convincing fashion, ladies and gentlemen. Great performances by everybody. You see the MVP there, Summons, on your screen. But I'm going to give my MVP, my personal MVP, to Praised. He played a great rotational defensive position all first half long. He also got everywhere he needed to be right on time. There was a few times he was picked off by Unreal Might, but you can't fault the man for having to go back and forth, left and right. He played like a